Hey, what's up? It's me, your teacher. The way I'm dressed, you probably think it's December 11th, but it's actually May 11th. You guys, I feel like May started yesterday and we're already almost halfway through the month. How that is possible, I don't know. I'm so excited to be on this video with you today because I just drank a big cup of coffee and I am feeling so energized. And I'm so excited because we've read this story before that you had for ELA today, and we're looking at one of our favorite skills of all time, internal versus external conflict. For our video today, we're gonna go over the words you need to know and the definitions. We're gonna go over the skill, and then I'm gonna share my constructed response with you. I did not do your math story because I could not find it anywhere. Do you guys have it? 11.1? Couldn't find it online, couldn't find it in any of the printed packets, so let me know, and then we will do a little bit of this, and then we will be out for the day. Couple of announcements. One, we have our Be the Sun, Meet the Author party tomorrow. Please make sure to wear yellow and make sure that you practice out loud with an adult what you're gonna say to Dr. Cohen tomorrow. He wants to hear about a story where you had the choice between being the sun and being the salt, and you chose to be the sun and how that felt. Now, you're really supposed to keep this short, okay? We don't wanna spend a lot of time because then you're gonna take away the ability for other people to pay attention to other people's stories. So literally, guys, like 15 seconds. We don't need to know the background of every single part of your story, like exactly where you were, who you were with, if you like those people. No. We want just about the choice between being the sun, being the salt, when you chose the sun, and how that felt. Capiche? Also, this morning, I was resetting all of your Raz accounts. I started to assign levels to you guys, but then I spoke with Jeremiah's mom, who said that he actually was able to take a quiz to determine his level, so I stopped assigning levels and I'm gonna let you guys take a quiz. We have our first competition coming up this week, and if you are someone who's been watching the YouTube videos, you get a little bit of a head start because you get to see this before I send the written email out. Now, I just ordered fluffy slime and Smensels to my apartment, and the competition for this week is Raz Kids. We'll do Dreambox next week, okay? So I'm still figuring out some kinks with that. The competition is whoever, by the end of the week, end of day on Friday, has the most minutes logged on Raz Kids, and actual minutes. I can actually see if you're just like putting it on in the corner and watching TV, it shows that you're not active. Actually doing the work on Raz Kids, whoever has the most minutes will get a fluffy slime, a Smensel, and a letter from me. Okay, so we're having our first competition. I hope that you are excited about that. Sound good? I will type all of this in an email to your parents because I know that they love getting emails from me every single day. All right, the skill for this week is internal versus external conflict. We went over this in class a lot. I think we had 2 weeks that we spent on it, right? External conflict is something caused by another person or event. And internal conflict is going on inside the character's mind or heart. Yes? So it involves either a tough feeling or a tricky choice. Here are the words you need to know. Repeat after me. This word is bat. Everyone? Yes, bat. A small mammal that flies. This word is battery. Everyone? Yes, battery. A device that makes electricity using chemical reactions. This word is blue. Everyone? Blue. Yes, blue, not like the color blue. The color blue is spelled B-L-U-E. This is blue as in past tense for blow or to be in swift motion. This word is fuel. Everybody? Yes, fuel. Anything such as wood or gasoline that is burned as a source of energy. This word is plug. Everyone? Yes, plug. An object made to block an opening or like a stopper. This word is term. Everyone? Yes, term, a short period of time in which something happens. And lastly, we have vision. Everyone? Yes, vision, ability to see something felt by the imagination. So as you know, we've read this story before. We have Aunt Julie, who is just such a super spontaneous, adventurous woman who loves to travel and camp in the outdoors. And Scott, whenever his Aunt Julie visits him, is mesmerized by her stories and her pictures and her experiences, and therefore he requests to go with her. His parents are super gung-ho and supportive about it, and let him go, and he is on his way to camping, really having no idea what camping entails, and learns that he's not going to be able to watch TV or charge his MP3 player, and living without music, television, electricity, and he is not happy about it. Until he gets to the camping site, he's like kind of enamored with the whole setting. He remembers why he thinks Aunt Julie is so cool and starts to embrace it. Yes? So the question that you had to answer today was, what conflict is Scott having on page 9? Is this internal or external, and how do you know? So of course, just like the skill that we learned a couple of weeks ago about citing evidence, you always have to physically, even if you remember, you have to physically go back to the page that they're talking about. And the illustration kind of almost gives the answer straight away. Yes? This is page 9. It says, Scott was surprised. We're sleeping in a tent? Let me read it because it's upside down. I got a phone recorder so that I could hold it above the paper, and it just never came. So it's just, who knows what state it's in. We're sleeping in a tent, but what about TV? I need to plug in my MP3 player. Aunt Julie just smiled and didn't reply. Scott felt trapped. The idea of living without music, his music and TV, was like a prison sentence. It was a punishment. That's why his parents didn't blink. So what do you think? Do you think that's a problem caused by another person and event? Or do you think that Scott is having an internal problem in his mind or heart? Ready for mine? Okay, remember it doesn't have to be exactly the same, but just keep in mind what I say. Think about how it might be better or not as good as yours, and what you would edit about mine, what you would edit about yours. Scott is having an internal conflict on page 9 about how he will have fun camping if he can't use electronics. On page 9, Scott thinks the idea of living without his music and TV was like a prison sentence. This proves his conflict is internal because his mind and heart are struggling with this situation. You feel? You like it? Okay, so as I mentioned in the emails from this week, I'm only doing videos 3 days a week moving forward, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that way, Tuesday we have our team meeting, so we'll still be on the internet together, just not via YouTube. And Thursday will be a great opportunity for you to use that day to like really go gung-ho on any electronic websites that you've loved. You have to do academic work, it just won't be a YouTube video with me. But that's a great way to get some Raz Kids minutes in and all that jazz. That sound good? Awesome. David thought for a second, but nothing seemed to make sense. Well, Einstein, if that's right, there wouldn't be any TVs either. Don't you think making a TV is also pretty complicated? As soon as he said that, the TV disappeared. Yes, you are right. There would be no TVs in a world without failures, Einstein said, nodding. David was beginning to feel scared. Uh-oh. Then maybe there are no houses either, asked David. Einstein nodded, and the houses disappeared. What about the streets? Just then all the streets were gone. Look around, said Einstein. This is what a world would look like. Or this is what a world without human failure looks like. David looked down and saw his clothes had changed. Now he was really frightened. Suddenly, a big lion jumped out of a bush and began to chase David. Running as fast as he could, David tried to get away. Luckily, just before the lion caught him, his dad swung down from a tree and brought him to safety. They waited together in the tree until the lion was gone. "Where were you, Dad? I was looking for you everywhere. I'm so scared." "I'm sorry, son. I would love to spend time together, but I have to go out all day and hunt for our food. In this world, no one could have built a supermarket or a bakery, or pretty much anything." As it began to get dark, they built a fire to stay warm. David wished for a light switch, but in a world without failure, no one could have invented electricity. It got darker and darker. Soon, it was pitch black. David couldn't remember ever being so scared. In a world without failure, everything is much harder. This word is hard and scary, David thought to himself. He closed his eyes. He didn't want to be in this strange world any longer. Okay, we'll continue reading tomorrow. I'm so excited for you guys to meet Dr. Cohen and meet the author. I think I announced everything to you. Be the Sun, Not the Salt, meet the author party, Raz Kids competition, videos only 3 days a week. Oh, and just behavior and etiquette tomorrow during the Google Hangout. I know that this is a very different and unique way to meet someone, but it's kind of the same expectations apply as if we were to have an assembly or an in-school field trip, right? Like someone is coming to present to us, so my expectation is that you have 100% respect, that your mic is off unless you're being called on to speak. And when it's not your turn to speak, you're genuinely listening to other people. You're not just sitting back and playing and waiting for your turn to talk, okay? If I see that you are not following expectations and you're showing any signs of disrespect, then I will remove you from the group, okay? Just because I won't have a lot of time and it's really hard for me on video chat to try and convince you or be like, hey, and interrupt and talk to you about what I want you to be doing. So if you're not on mute when you need to be on mute or anything like that, then I'm just gonna have to remove you, okay? Which I don't think I'll have to do because you guys are all amazing. All right, have a wonderful Monday. I love you all very much. Let's get on that Raz Kids competition. I honestly have no idea who's gonna win. I'm so excited to see, and I'll send you guys some updates throughout the week.